Please, watch this video.
Let's assume there's no God.
It is not possible
It is not possible
God not to exist.
not to exist.
I can say there is nothing, but that nothing is still God.
That nothing is still God.
Yes, sir.
So the problem of humanity, we come from the womb. Everything that you see here comes from the soil, comes from the ground. The food that we eat comes from the ground. So the mind, the way the mind is been programmed and created, it wants to know where the supreme being come from. How do you answer the mind that is saying, where does he come from? Because that answer, all the people who are underground, they never got an answer. They've been asking that question. Even the people who are on the ground.
Yeah.
There's a population underground, there's population on the ground. But we have this question, where does he come from?
This supreme being existed all by himself. In other words, he is a self-created God from nothing. Since we know the word creations means drawing something out of nothing. So God came out of nothing and he became God. These are all abilities joined together to form a God.
So how long did it take for God to come out of nothing? Don't you think there will be another God coming from nothing?
No, it was only a Jehovah who came out of nothing, since there was nothing before he existed. He comes from
Or
himself.
before he existed,
Yes,
there was nothing.
there was nothing.
So there was a time when he did not exist.
In other words, I'm trying to say, before we know about him, maybe that's the correct way.
Okay.
Before we know about him,
Yeah.
he was still there. Before creation existed,
Yeah.
God was there.
Okay. Now, did he create Jesus?
He did not create Jesus. He became a humankind.
Did he create the Holy Spirit?
He did not create the Holy Spirit. He sent the Holy Spirit.
Does God have paraphernalias? What are the belongings of God? Let me put it this way. Did God, let me start by saying, did God create his throne?
Everything that exists, if it's spiritual or not spiritual, visible or not visible, it was created by God. Only God was not created. Whether it's a throne, it was created.
So if God has created a throne, Apostle, don't you think before he created the throne, he was not God, he was not king? Because it is the throne that qualifies you to be a king and be called God.
No.
And why did God call? Okay, let me rephrase this question. Before creation, when did he know that he's God?
He always knew that he's God.
Who told him that he's God?
He told himself he's God.
Then the word God or the name God, what does it mean?
The name God is Elohim. It means all abilities joined together. In actual fact,
All
God
abilities joined together. There's a force.
And Moses named that
There's a
God.
force that is joining all those abilities together.
Yes. And that force is still God.
So this war, let's go back to the war because we said we'll focus on the war. There was war in heaven. War broke out.
This is King David TFI at PG Page. Follow this page and share the videos.